I think one of the important things that will really tie a world together and help us make settings are events that occur, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. So let's come up with some events. Now, I know you and you know me, and we're both weebs, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about a worldwide tournament arc?
Oh, I love that. I love that. I am 100% about that. Like most powerful warriors of all sides of the continent come together to beat at each other to see whose demigod or creation is the strongest or whatever.
It's almost like it's exactly the Olympics, but different.
What if I to the death?
We're just gonna call these the Fight Olympics, right? Let me grab the bigger font for the title, and I don't think I've been doing that this whole time. So Fight Olympics, right? We'll say to appease the main pantheon, right? Or I guess what do you get for winning the Fight Olympics?
It is something greater than anything. It's like winning Ninja Warrior. You get you get the status of winning Ninja Warrior.
All right. Well, I want to let you know that someone just told you that you're about to endanger your life to fight with people from all over the world. And when you asked what the purpose was for, you were told bragging rights, and you were expected to just go along with it.
You would be surprised how many people would do that, right? But okay, I mean,
there we go. Aqua's got a pretty strong case there. It doesn't have to always be prosperity for your people, God's unified favor. That seems pretty strong, pretty good.
Yeah, the glory of being Ninja Warrior.
Prosperity for your people's home. God, by the time I do this one for a year, I'm gonna be so much faster at typing. Maybe now is a good time for me to learn proper typing technique.
I would think like after fights, it would just make you and everyone like around you's lives better, right? Just because it's like, oh, you're the Dibbledapian, and the Dibbledapians won the fighting tournament last time, so now like I want to be on your good side because people know who and what you are.
True. Another interesting option is the person who wins could be granted like a permanent place in the greater pantheon, or at the very least be awarded with like a more pure manifestation of their like demigod heritage. Ancient Greeks had that. It was more of a festival for them. That's true.
I'm thinking is there like a sacred treasure maybe that like they get to?
In any case, I don't think the purpose for that matters so much. They get blank MacGuffin, right? For now, I'll let that be what Aqua put. Each winner becomes the primary god of competition to do with their power what they will until the next winner is decided. That could be cool. So anyways, some type of prize, right? We'll put that to the side for later. Let's get into how it's celebrated, right? I think how it's celebrated is going to be pretty important. So let's get into how it's celebrated, right? So what I think, so here's where I think we're onto something, right? We can combine the excitement of Greek Olympics and the festival side of like the Matsuri, you know, like the summer festivals and stuff like that happen at the shrines, or like the New Year's festivals, etc. So you can have like your food stalls and all that stuff. You can have, you know, good old fireworks ruining your confession of love every time. All of those. Fireworks festival, but the fireworks are used in the gladiator pit on each other. One of the competitions is legitimately just dodgeball, but it's Roman candles. Avoid the fireballs. Jeez. I don't know. Do you have any ideas on the celebration of the Tournament of Gods?
I would assume that like they would just do a bunch of like things that their culture like specifically did, like to kind of like super prep like them to be as close as they could to their god to give them the power to win said festival, you know.
Yeah.
So everybody in the world would get real religious for one time in the year. So like when I sent there,
that sort of kind of fits in with the Shinto thing, because like the summer festivals and all that, like that's all held at the shrines. The shrines do that, and then people will do their like offerings and whatnot to those shrines kami, and they'll get like, you know, their blessings and all that stuff, and like their amulets, etc. And the food stalls are part of it too. So it's like I think we're hitting on that fusion pretty well there.
Yeah. It's like, it's tournament time, let's go. I'm gonna go and sacrifice my baby chicken because I am under the sacrifice deity and he needs more blood.
Here, let me get this up to font. So streets are flooded with food stalls and games. People give offering to their demis through ritual and donation in order to win favor for their champions, right? And then let me copy that, and then can I just click here and hit paste, and it just, oh, thank goodness that just works. How it's done. So do we want it to just be straight out fighting?
I think it maybe in the beginning it was like mainly fighting, and then like, well, yeah, just keep it fighting. Just keep it simple. I feel like the moment you start adding like other things, then it just starts becoming like the Olympics again.
Yeah, true. Okay, so how it's done, the tournament is it a fight to the death, or is it just like a fight until like knockout or something like that? Or is it just or do we want the edgier approach but allows for like the better morals type thing, where it's just like a battle to incapacitation, which could be death?
Yes, yeah, that one where it's like, you know, you don't have to kill them, you just have to like, you know,
that way we can have our good heroes that are like, I refuse to kill my opponent, and then they could go against like Jackknife Murder Scar in the finale, whose yokai thing is like the weasel with the scythe arms, and they're like from our god of death, you know, our god of like soul collecting. The tournament is in ancient Greece. It was until the opponent raised their index fingers and surrendered. They died before they could sometimes. That works. That's sort of, I like that actually. I'll never surrender, then die.
Then die.
Ooh, and that'll put people in that nice moral dilemma too. I don't want to kill them, but they're just not surrendering.
Oh man.
Wait, but like, all right, so the tournament is a combat-based system where descendants battle until their opponents are either incapacitated via KO or death, or until one of them surrenders. I like that. And honestly, how frequent is this?
Ooh, I would say like, all right, I'm thinking like once every 10 years. It's got to be something big and not like yearly. Like once every 10 years. I'm pretty sure like some of these like people probably live a lot longer than like most people. So like a yearly basis would probably be like a pain for them to have to constantly send out like somebody every year when they lived hundreds of years. So
yeah, no, that makes sense. So the tournament, Cicada Yokai over here like, bro, I don't even live that long. It's mixed with a demigod. It's fine. They do now. Yeah. Oh God. I hope they don't populate the way they do.
Or even then, it's like they're constantly passing down like their combat knowledge to like the next generation. So it's constantly like, you know, you have to teach your next generation how to be the best you, so they can teach their like next generation to be the best. So it's constantly like changing and evolving.
Yeah, I like that. All right, so the tournament is held once every 10 years, and honestly, that's a worldwide event done. We know how it's celebrated, we know why it's there, we know how it's done, and we know how frequent it is. How often is it held? Cool. That's a world event done. And we could take this one event we made and use it as a template for future events we make. So I think we're there. We have a basic map. We didn't make any. Hey everyone, thank you again for watching. This is going to be the last video in the Shintolympus series for quite a while. I hope you enjoyed the ride here. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video. Until next time, I am Sir Elric, and I hope your journeys are well. The video's not going to hit 10 minutes. Quick, think of something.